is that you must accept. Accept that your thoughts about money have been limiting. They have brought you this far.
Yeah.
Accept that your situation is not cast in stone. You can break free. Accept that you can be better. Accept that you can also be wealthy.
Yes.
Accept that no one else will do it for you. You have to do it.
Yes, sir.
Accept that the right time to begin is now. So you have to accept, because you can never solve a problem whose existence you still deny.
Yes.
It can't happen. Number two, you need to shift your environment. If you stay in that environment that I have described, you might literally need to shift the environment physically sometimes. Change houses, change the people around you. Find a locality where people are a bit free, people are a bit not bound.
People don't have a victim mentality.
People don't have a victim mentality. Where people see possibility, then you begin to challenge what you had stored in your subconscious. Then begin to develop a new software. Because getting out of this mentality is really just working up on your subconscious, working on your mind, so that it begins to load a new software, a new way of doing things. And you have to be very deliberate about it. I must caution, it is not easy.
Yes.
In this world, one of the hardest things to break is poverty. The cycle of poverty is a big bondage. That's why it might run from generation to generation. It really requires a lot to break free from it. You might also need to change your money vocabulary. The words you speak about money and wealth. If you've been saying this is not for people like us, you need to shift that vocabulary. Begin to speak about possibility, that you can also have it. If you do the right thing, you can also have it. You may also need to start affirming yourself. Speaking positively about yourself.
Yes.
On affirmations, let me say 3 or 4 rules about affirmation. Number 1, word it in the now. Your subconscious does not know how to program itself for the future. You can't tell your mind, next month I want you to think this way.
No.
It operates in the now. So when you want to say good things about yourself, put them in the now. Say, I am confident, I am wealthy, I am, you see, in the now. Number 2, as you do your affirmations, make them positive. Word them positive. By positive, I mean this. Don't say, I am not a loser. Say, I am a winner. The way the mind operates, saying I am not a loser and saying I am a loser are the same thing. Because the concept is still the concept of losing. Right? Number 3, try to attach the corresponding feeling of the affirmation you're saying. You can't be saying, I am confident, but I am confident. That affirmation won't work. So when you say I'm confident, try to attract the feelings that accompany confidence. Then repeat. Right? Repeat. Then you may need to change your view of wealth. If you've been looking at wealth as this thing that makes people become bad, the people you've been trying to either envy or hate because of their wealth, begin to look at wealth as something that does not discriminate. It doesn't choose where it goes. It is always attracted to people who do the right thing that attracts it. Begin to see wealth as something that brings to you positive power. Something that will enable you influence the world around you positively, change the lives of people around you positively. So begin to tell yourself that wealth is not a bad thing after all. So you're speaking to your mind. Hii tunatibu na mind. We are not, we don't have any other medicine, because it's a mental thing. Another thing that I suggest we do is that we try gratitude exercise. People who have a poverty mindset, they never see anything to thank God about. Right? They don't see anything to thank God for, and they think they're deprived completely. What if you stopped for a moment and begin to look at the things that you have that you need to thank God for? Every day, come up with 5, 10 things that you can thank. You'll be amazed you have many things to thank God for. Now, the beauty of having a gratitude attitude is that it moves you automatically, magically, from a negative world to a positive world.
Very true.
Because you're now seeing possibility. So I'm not all deprived. I have something interesting, right?
Yes.
So thank God for life, thank God for health, thank God for children, thank God you don't have COVID, thank God for a lot of things. There are many things you can thank God for.
Yeah.
So that begins to help you move to the positive side. Then begin to make financial goals and work towards achieving them.
Yes.
When you have a poverty mindset, you believe that what you have is so little. Money will never be enough, and therefore you can't achieve much. So there's no need for budgeting. There's no need for any goal. You shouldn't plan because you don't have. Now, what if you started developing some goals and saying, I want to reduce my debt by this by end of the year. I want to have accumulated this in my savings by this time.
Yeah.
And then begin to work towards it. So that begins to make you see there is possibility in the world of money.
Yes.
You can actually make decisions and they work.
Yes.
What you're simply doing is that you're taking ownership. Right? And that is my next suggestion, that you need to take responsibility of your actions.
Yes.
Stop blaming it on others. Stop looking at yourself as being a victim of other people's decisions.
Yes.
Then keep learning about money. Be a lover of knowledge. Any book about money, read. Any seminar, attend. Anything. Just begin to develop the urge to know more about money and wealth in general.
Okay.
That will begin to influence what you know and your worldview about money and wealth. Connect with positive people. People who speak possibility. People who've done it.
Yeah.
You look at them and you get challenged.
Yes.
And you don't hate on them. You go home asking yourself, how did this guy do it? And you can come back and be humble enough to ask them, how did you do it? You don't now begin to say that these people are just lucky. And therefore, there's nothing they can tell me that will help me. Now, begin to save as opposed to accumulating debt. These two things work in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
If you have a poverty mindset, when you sink deeper in debt, debt has a way of making you believe that you are even more poorer and you're just condemned to poverty because it's a struggle. It has a burden element always. So it's always weighing you down. So if you continue accumulating debt, you always live knowing that, hey, it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And you might just sink. But if you begin saving, even if it's a shilling you're saving, then you begin to see, so it's possible for me to have a shilling and tomorrow 2 shillings and 3 shillings. Then you begin to get excited. If you've tried to save, you know, when your money begins to accumulate from what it was to what it is now, you begin to have some excitement within you. And that positive radiation is what we need to get out of this.
Wow.
Lastly,
because I'm out of time.
Yes, lastly, there are people who are extremely affected. They may need to look for professional help.
Okay.
Find someone you can talk to and just explain to them your view about, talk to them about everything, how just have a conversation.
Yeah.
Then they will be able to guide you and open your world to how money works.
Wow.
And that way you might just find yourself freedom.
Awesome.